Alright, back at it again with ranking letters by how well you can use them as a cup. You may have noticed that, I did do, the lists in the post. Now, those were kind of just made on the spot, but still. Anyways, I'm going to be using blue because it's the best one I have. So let's get into it. A. It works better if upside down. And it's like a view with the line. I feel like it'd be more of like a snack cup with like this is the drink, snack, or reversed. But regularly, water would just pour off of it and stuff. So, really not that good. But because it has two segments, when flipped upside down, it isn't at the bottom. It's decent. B. Again, with the spoon problem, you have nowhere to really hold it except for this part in the middle. And, I mean, it can hold water. Now, we are assuming that there are lids somewhere on it, because if we just did it like no lid whatsoever, then a lot of these rankings would be way lower. But, like, let's say the lid's like right here or something, or say like, again, like snack cup, like top half is snack, bottom half is drink or whatever, but it's still, you have like nowhere to hold it. I'm not going to be mentioning snack cup very often, but like I like the idea as a snack cup. C. That's just a U, sideways U. And C, like if it's like this, I mean it can sort of hold water. I mean it's more like the scooper, like how I meant to do a scooper from the last video. But like really, C doesn't make a good cup. Just base, because like there's nowhere for it to gather. But sideways, it's just U, and U, we'll get to you later. So yeah. D. In my opinion, could be a decent cup if it had like a little handle or something, or like somewhere to hold it, because like let's say the lid's like right here. Now again, this is gonna be a little awkwardly, like, well, I mean, I guess, yeah, never mind, it'd be good to hold. So ignore the not good to hold. It is good to hold, never mind. It is good to hold, because like the way like you hold a water bottle from the bottom, you usually don't like hold it from like a specific step, like a specific point. But with B, because it's like it had two segments, it was a bit more awkward. D, on the other hand, good to hold. It'd be awkward putting a lid somewhere on it. E. E. I mean, I've rated E pretty low in the last two. I mean, for bridge it was okay. Spoon, it was a fork, so it's not even the same. Cup, it's more of like a plate-ish, or like a tray. Like one half is like drink, one half is snack. Again, almost like a snack cup type thing, but otherwise not really much else to E. So F is like E without the other line. So I mean, what are you gonna do? F, no matter what, has always been worse than E. F needs a redemption at some point. G. I mean, spoon, it worked decent. Bowl, or a bowl, cup. I mean, I guess you could argue that, like, it could be like a mug handle. Like, it could be like a mug handle almost. Like, it's like a mug. But that would require adding extra to it. So, it's alright. I don't really have as much to say because I really didn't feel like doing a video today, but I still am. H. If there's a line at the bottom, this would be a decent cup. This would actually be a pretty good cup. Like, it even looks like there's water in it, like right here. But nope, there had to be no line at the bottom. So now, it's just, half of it's useless. If you flipped it upside down, it's still half useless. It's still one half is useless, but now it's just the other half is useless. So, yeah. An eye is literally the same, but turned 90 degrees. So, I mean, really, I and H basically get the same ranking. J, like I mentioned in the last one, is more of like a ladle. So, the water would collect here, and you'd have to, like, bring it to your mouth and, like, sip from, like, this bit, almost. But, I mean, otherwise, it would be pretty good if, if it was like that, I feel like it'd be way better as a cup, because then you could kind of, like, pour it more. But because it doesn't have an extra line, because the curve doesn't go farther up, it's not as good as a cup, but it still would work decent. Okay. If you have it like this, turned 90 degrees, with like where it looks like a triangle, like almost like a mirror thing, that just, if you use that with that as a cup, it's weird. Like this, like, look at all this empty space here. Like, majority of K is just empty space. Like, you can't use it as a cup. K, terrible cup. It's not the worst, but it's pretty bad. L. L is such a loser. L is for loser. L is for loser because L doesn't work as a cup. Like I mentioned, the spoon, it can't even hold any liquid. So far, L is the only one that's had the same ranking throughout all the videos. I mean, E and F have ranked both pretty low in all of them, but they've at least ranked higher or lower, depending. M, unlike in the last video, M is going to be worse than W, because look at that. Look at that triangle bit right there. That's all that you can to hold water. But upside down, on the other hand, W can hold a lot more. It's just that weird point is going to be awkward. And you have to hold it like with two hands, so it's going to be pretty awkward to hold, but at least it at least holds water better than a lot of the letters. N. And the worst version of M. That extra line makes all the difference, because now you have this little triangular half and this, which makes it look like a weird looking mug thing. And Z, don't get me started on Z, we'll get to that later though. O. Just like the spoon video, O does do well in holding water. It's just because it's a round shape, it's more awkward to hold instead of like a cylindrical. If O was more shaped like a oval, it'd feel less awkward to hold. But because of its round, completely round shape, it would feel more awkward. It's more of a spherical shape, one would say. P. I'd say P would be more of the pan because like this right here would be like the lid, and this is where you hold the liquid, and like this, like the bump, like the lid, top of the bump is the lid. The things that up to it are is like the container itself, and like the stick is like the handle. It looks more like a pan to me, but you could use it as a cup. You could use it as a cup if you wanted. It just wouldn't be as conventional. So it does rank decent. It's at least in the top half, but definitely not in the top, like, quarter. Which I don't even know what that would be. Be like 6-ish, maybe. Q fixes the O problem with that handle right there. Is what I would say if it weren't for the fact that it would need a lid as well. I didn't really mention lid for the O because, like, my main focus was the way you could hold it. But, like, the handle, you can hold it. But then again, because it's like a thin handle and like a bunch of weight here, like I said, it does risk breaking. Like, as a spoon, as much as it does a cup. Or, like, if you wanted, you could be fancy and put like a screw-on lid. But that's changing the letter even more. Like, we're not adding anything, we're just like visually. PQ R turned P. That. It literally just combined P and K. I mean, at least you can hold liquid here and here. Like, what are you gonna do with this extra stick? It's just like the spoon situation. P was good. It got to the point. R added an extra stick and made it worse. I think R is the only one that worked. I think the bridge was the only thing that R was better than P in. S is more of an ethical design when turned sideways, because then there's like the handle, then it feels, and it's not like as pointy as N. And so S does rank higher than N because like it does have like a more smooth, more ethical shape to me. And you wouldn't have to worry about a lid either because it's like there's no enclosed spaces. T is like H, or I, worse because there's no stick there. It's basically a ramp for water. Like, I mean, like I just mentioned with the spoon, I feel like the T is kind of like a small plate on a stick. So I mean, I guess you could hold a little bit of liquid. Unlike L. And plus, there's like also technically 2 L's if you wanted to consider it that way. I mean, I don't care how you do, but whatever. U. That's a cup. That's a cup. I have nothing else to say, but that's a cup. Number 1. By a long shot. Like, you hold it regularly. You can take a sip from it without having to worry about anything else. It's a cup. I mean, sure, the rounded bottom might be a little bit of an issue, but, like, I've seen cups that are basically like this, and it's still flat at the bottom. So U is absolutely number 1. It is the best letter to use as a cup. I think I mentioned this in the spoon video. But U is a very good letter to use as a cup. Have any problems? I don't care. Use the best letter for a cup. V takes all of that and throws it away. Again. V is always going to be worse than U. Because that pointed thing is weird to hold. You can't place it down. And the volume of water is screwed up by a lot. Boo V. I've already mentioned W, but I'll go ahead and mention it again. Because I actually like W. I mean, if you really wanted, you could just hold like one of the bottom points of W and drink from there. But W is better than V because it at least holds more liquid than V. It's a bit weird to hold with like the two little tips at the bottom. At least makes it easier to set down than V. So that shoots it up above V, but not as high as a few others. X is just two lines crossing. And so, really, what does this do? Like, you have 4 sections. You had one job, X. You have 4 sections, and only one of them can function as a cup, no matter how you rotate it. X sucks because of that. That's the only reason why X sucks. Because 3/4 of it don't even work as a cup. And no matter how you rotate it, only 1/4 of it works as a cup. Why? Like I mentioned in the previous video, why is the margarita glass minus the flat bottom? So, I mean, this has to be number 2 or number 3. W is definitely below this. This is definitely above W, below U. But it's a really good cup, in my opinion. Really good cup. I mean, P, you might think, oh, why isn't this as good as P? Because P is more of a pan shape. C is more of that scooper shape. J is more of a ladle. B is just weird. D is decent. D, I think D might go like 2nd or 3rd place, maybe. Actually, I don't know. D, I changed my mind about D. D is a lot better, way better than I first thought. But that's also because I was at the beginning of the video. This is towards the end of the video. Z, and last off we have Z. It's N toward 90 degrees. Z, lay Z is what I do with Z. Like Z, I have nothing to say for Z. Like there's nothing really much to say for Z because everything that it said for every other letter at least was somewhat unique. But with Z, it's just meh. It's just meh. Like I really don't know what to say about Z. And also, I would like to end this video off by saying the 2 shorts I've made have gathered about 200 views, and the 2 videos I've made have gathered, the 2 shorts I made have gathered like about 300 views, and the 2 videos I've made have gathered 18. And like, I don't know if I should start doing each letter as its own short, or crop the video to be its short. I don't know if I should do it to where like each letter gets its own short, and it's just a cropped version of this video, or if I should record each letter and then smash it all together and post that video. But I've noticed my shorts content is like a lot more powerful, is getting a lot more views. I feel like because nobody's gonna watch a 20-minute video about some kid writing on a whiteboard about letters. I mean, Pixel did it, and I mean, at least he got views. Then again, he did have like a fan base. He did have somewhat of a channel before then. I literally the first day I started this channel, the first video on this channel was just this. So, also the AI summary does do really well. I figured I'd mention that because like the AI summary, like you can ask it about like specific letters, and I feel like it would say what I'd say. It basically summarizes the entire video. It's like a TLDR. But like, yeah. Anyways, hold up. I need to get ready for the like and subscribe part. Like and subscribe.